are you?
Are you fine?
Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Thank you also for your time. Voila, very well.
Yes.
Mohammed, to dive into this conversation, I will first introduce myself so that you know who you're talking to. So, I am Liz. I am a talent acquisition specialist from PWC Belgium, and I mainly hire assurance profiles. So, everything that has to do with audits, EFRS, everything that has to do with risk management and control, and you name it, internal control. I basically hire those profiles. And we received your resume from a director, Abdel Maïd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And he sent it a bit through in the team because we found your profile very interesting. And you eventually ended up for the cyber privacy and resilience department. We have actually an open position that is not online that we would like to open that is a bit of a mix of cybersecurity and everything that has to do with risk management. Because within our departments, I will just provide you a little bit of information so that you can follow a bit clearly, because I know it's quite a lot of information at once. So within assurance, you have multiple departments. You have financial assurance services, which is purely audit. You have capital market, which is everything that has to do with EFRS. You have GRCFS, which is everything that has to do with governance financial services. And then you have a department called risk control and compliance and cyber privacy and resilience. And actually, the position that we are interested in for you is a mix between cyber privacy, resilience, and risk control and compliance, so that you're following a bit from the beginning. Is that a little bit clear for you?
Yes, yes. I have what I understand also in cyber is more technical and technicality higher than
Mhm.
the other like in audit or something like this.
Indeed, but it's still, let's say, it's more cyber governance.
Yes.
So it's basically a mix between cyber risk legislation, procedures, processes, everything that has to do with like governance structure. So it's more, I would say, a flavor with governments and risk management.
Yes.
You do a little bit of cyber, but it's more everything that has to do with cyber compliance.
Yeah, frameworks like
Yeah,
institution technology and information.
basically.
Yes, and also in Europe they are complying different framework. If they don't apply this framework, will be receive like amount like fine. So that
Mm-hmm.
this company has to make sure they are following these principle, these policies, so that the work will be properly done and controlled
Mm-hmm.
properly.
Indeed. So everything that has to do with legislation and compliance and control. So that is a bit the profile that we see. allez, let's say the open position that we see connected to your profile. So we're gonna focus a little bit on that today. I have your resume here already in front of me because if I'm not mistaken, you didn't apply yet for a position.
No, I did
No,
not apply for position. I just had a short talk with Abdul, and
Mm-hmm.
then I proposed him my CV and my what I have done before, what I have learned, and he
Yeah.
told me, okay, we will see, and then if we have a position is be open, will be matching
Mm-hmm.
fit, so that you can go further in the position. But I don't know exactly because I looked to the website. There is
Yeah.
not yet a position they are open
No.
because for this I told him also this I'm junior, where I'm looking for junior position also. That's to be honest. Also.
Yeah, that's true. The position is not open yet. We only have the position of junior system and process analyst, where there is a little bit of risk management, but we don't have an official title yet for this role for cyber and governance. So it's completely normal that you haven't seen it on the website. But no worries, we're aware of your profile and we will just proceed like this.
Okay.
Okay? So voila, I have your resume already open, Mohammed, and I first maybe want to start with the fact that you studied business management and you then did a Master of Science in just general management. Can you tell me a little bit why you decided to study just management and not, for example, business administration, business engineering, applied economics? What attracted you to management?
Management, I would say it is the heart of the business because you
Mm-hmm.
need to manage system from perspective the system how it works and manage people and manage also open eyes how the market works, what are the trends, what are more than like I would say it's the basics, so that I studied the basics, but on that I worked on other skills by practical trainings, which is I had it by B code, like ethical hacking, by like Azure, as
Mm-hmm.
so that he's more operational, which is I have the knowledge, but I works on the where I need to work on the operational level by taking training by Azure and
Mm-hmm.
doing training ship in business business information, so that I have the basic, I studied the knowledge, but I
Mm-hmm.
go to the operational because in it's it's not one process. It's
Yeah.
completely by different element, different framework, which is open perspective, how it works, the ERP system, the process, stakeholders who are attaching for who's and who's. Yeah. For
Mm-hmm.
that, I studied business. I studied in my country and then I moved forward to Spain. I
Okay.
have been elite in Spain and then I move in Belgium. I get more
Okay.
specialized in digital transformation.
Okay, okay. No, that's very good. So everything that has to do with digital transformation, you said.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what do you like about digital transformation? Why specifically that and not something else?
Yeah, the digital transformation, it's not just a hype or trendy words, what I would say, because I have been engaging with the small companies by the government of Flanders workshops where I have discussing with the small companies, small and medium companies, and what are the problem for them. Now the government and also in most of the governments they are complying them to go and their service to the cloud and more integrated surface in one place, so that as this company working in a traditional way, when the company propose to them to make control or check, they will be failed. So that
Mm,
for me, so that it was really important to understand the digital transformation from small company to the big company by
mm-hmm.
studying what kind of ERP system they are using. It's Odoo, SAP, Microsoft, Dynamics 365, and every model has different categories, different stuff, which is I would say like I have more generalized informations. I
Yeah.
has more practical, for example, in Odoo and Microsoft Dynamics like Power BI, these applications. Yes.
Okay. You were already talking about some different ERP systems and IT tools that you know. So you have some knowledge of Odoo, if I am not mistaken,
Yes.
SAP, and which SAP specific? Is it logistics?
SAP HANA, like cloud.
S/4HANA.
Yeah,
Okay.
data integration cloud, which is now they just propose it newly, their new work framework for data integration in the new
Mm-hmm.
module of SAP, which is I have been following courses online, and I work also like I have colleagues working there in SAP company.
Very well. And any other ERP systems or IT tools that you know?
Yeah, yes, from process, like you, first of from process, we visualize the process, UML and BPM. Okay, how the process start, how it's ending,
Mm-hmm.
timing, who are interfacing, and user case, who's the user case, who are talking to this, and what kind of data, like structured data, not structured data, by like Excel, and then
Mm-hmm.
SQL, how the data flow works from this A to Z. Yeah.
Very well, very well. Okay, all clear. That's already very good to proceed. And can you please tell me a little bit about your digital risk consulting project that you had at KPMG? Because it's a bit, I didn't really understand it clearly because you mentioned it in your resume,
Yes.
but it says that you started in March and ended in March.
It's a boot camp. We have to work in one cases, and then we have
Ah, it's a boot camp.
yes, and then we have to show how it works, what we have applied, what we have learned to the
Yeah.
company. I wrote it's a boot camp also.
Okay, can you tell me then a little bit
Yes,
more
I
about the boot camp of
yes.
KPMG and when and how long is it?
It was like it's a month,
Mm,
and during this month we have to work with colleagues, groups, and then we have to solve the problem. It's a problem case. Like the problem is like telecommunication companies here in Belgium
mm,
providing they have a problem in internal control and low cyber maturity here. And here's the problem: we have to analyze how the access management and change management for the payroll risk, because the case is about payroll risk. And then the task, what have work on it, it's controlling, what kind of controlling assessment we need to do, aligning with the ISO, which is I have work in ISO to 72001.
mm,
Yeah, and then we apply the what kind of what kind of element annex from ISO complying with our problem. Here we have working in for identifying the weak and the miscontrol in the payroll risk, and then mapping them based on ISO. Like we have control like operational control, and I would like from nine, like I don't know if you know Annex A,
mm.
Annex 9 and 12, and then you make a remediation plan in the short and long term, how this action will be, and then we collaborate with the other colleagues for different scenario and risk assessment. Yeah.
Okay, that's very well. All right. And you did all of that in 1 month.
Yes, because it
Okay.
was intensive, and
Yeah.
it's the idea to work on it and to understand how it works, the model, how the framework ISO and the other
Yeah.
framework in the real life for companies.
Okay, all clear, very good. And concerning everything that has to do with like cybersecurity and resilience, the parts, what do you like about that? Is that something that you like, that is interesting to you?
Yes, for me, because I had my master thesis about risk security, I where I have how to mitigate the risk. Here's come my passion also, how to mitigate the risk in the fintech companies by it depends. I use Scrum methodology by integrating element in Scrum and testing how will remediate the risk. Yeah, so that it's interests me, and I had my thesis about this topic.
Okay, very clear, very clear. All right. And based on, I would say, your, because you also did an internship in everything that has to do with business analysis. You did it at the Better Business Startup, that
Yes.
company, in 2022 until 2023, which is also quite interesting. But mixing like both of the opportunities, the project at KPMG and that, what would you say of yourself are like your strengths and then your weaknesses?
I would say uh, my strength my strengthness is structure. First, in big companies, even in small companies, structure of the work is to make it clear storyline, the really good storyline, which is I work on it by applying the methodology and framework. This is what I say as a strengthness, and also
Mhm.
is communicative, because you need to work with different stakeholders, and you have to adapt your language based on your stakeholders. As a
Mm-hmm,
business
that's true.
analyst, you I have learned is your job is will be translating the language, which is people speak different language, and you have to translate this language to the other language, like for developer or tester or quality assurance, the language they understand it. This is the second strength what I have work on it. My weakness is I would I'm always work on it is like, because in the project there is time and scope, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, more in certain point I take more time for delivering the certain task, because I know equality is important,
Mm-hmm.
so that I take more consideration about the things have to be done in a really good time, in a really good quality, not just okay deliver it and that's it. Because for big brands like PWC and this, it's the quality of the work. It's is it trusted because they trust what you have given to them. Yeah.
All right. No, all clear. And are you working now on that, trying to
Yes,
be like in
yes.
scope?
I work on that because I have different initiative here in Brussels. Last week I have been nominated for the Surf City, for different digital project where we serve the people in different country in
Mm-hmm.
Africa and Europe, as one of the biggest organization here, Brussels, to solve problematic for marginalized people based on project, and then we help them to be more sustainable and durable by themselves more than they need us.
Okay, no, but that is all clear. Very, thank you for explaining all of that.
Yes.
And Mohammed, are you currently applying at other companies?
Yes, I'm applying.
And in which stage are you?
It's the first round, and almost is like this the same jobs in risk and which is I'm interested, but I always put the priority for me where the place that I have to work in, have career plan, career vision, where I have to go further in the risk, so
Mm.
that for me it's really important also, because I know I have been in BWC. They have a really good learning way for their employees, and this kind of
Mm-hmm.
culture, it's appreciated. Yes.
And besides that, what else you like about PWC?
Uh, for me, it's really important. They are speaking different language. They are international company where I can adapt different French, Dutch, English. This one thing. The second thing is giving opportunity to work with the big clients also, which is a lot of responsibility, which is I like
Mm-hmm.
this. I'm taking the responsibility from the first day, and also is learning is really important for me, because
Mm.
I am resilient. I have been studying 7 years. I learned French and Dutch, and
Good.
yeah, always with digital transformation, you have to learn.
Indeed.
There's every day new framework, new policies. You have to study it and you learn it and you apply it.
Okay, very well. No, that's clear. That is a bit what we stand for at learning opportunities, the culture, speaking different languages. We are an international setting, so that's definitely aligned. And you were talking about the languages already, so we had this conversation fully in English,
On
and that
peut
is
parler
okay.
français.
Français et le néerlandais.
Ja, Nederlands. Ik spreek Nederlands eigenlijk.
Ah, heb je liever Nederlands dan Frans?
Geen probleem van mij. Ik kan twee, alles.
Oké, oké, heel goed. Dan ga ik jou een paar vragen stellen, hè,
Oké.
Mohamed? Want dat is wel interessant. Wanneer zou je beschikbaar zijn voor te werken?
Uh, ik ben beschikbaar bijna op dit moment. Ik ben beschikbaar, want op dit moment ik werk waar
Hm?
mijn projecten, wat ik doe vrijwilliger, maar
Hm?
ook ik ben op dit, ik kan zeggen bijna volgende maand
Hm?
of ja, normaal minimum ik nodig 2 weken.
Mhm. Oké, oké, oké. En waarom ben je niet direct begonnen met werken in de plaats? Want je was afgestudeerd in
Ja,
2024.
want ik heb een vrijwilligersjob dat ik doe op dit moment en dan ik kan aflopen en ik geef voor de andere mensen.
Dus je wilt eerst vrijwilliger werk doen.
Ja, ik doe vrijwilliger en ik ben responsabel, verantwoordelijk voor bare taken voor hen. Ja,
Oké. En oké, je hebt al direct gezegd dat je beschikbaar bent. Dat is helemaal oké. Heb jij een rijbewijs?
ja, ik heb B2, B, rijbewijs.
Yes, alright. Maintenant, peut-être en français pour terminer, Mohamed, parce que ça, je peux
Ça
aussi
fait
tester.
plaisir, parce que
Ah,
moi, normalement, je parle français.
ah, ok, ok, ça va, il n'y a pas de souci. Donc, on a un peu en discuté par rapport à ta motivation et tout ça là, et toutes les choses que tu as fait entre-temps. Mais je dois aussi demander quelques trucs aussi, pour juste être sûr qu'on a toutes les infos. Est-ce que tu as un permis de travail?
Je suis belge.
Tu es belge, ok, mais ça c'est bon, hein. Parce que tu avais dit, tu parlais au début, si je
Ouais,
me trompe
parce que
pas, tu
j'ai...
avais dit que tu as fait les études dans ton pays, mais t'as pas spécifié c'est quel pays. C'est pour ça que je pose la question. Donc voilà, tu es belge, tant mieux, il n'y a pas de souci. Je sais pas si de ton côté, Mohamed, tu as encore des questions pour moi, parce que moi, en tout cas, de mon côté, j'ai tous les infos que j'ai besoin.
J'aimerais bien savoir quel département ils sont, le partenaire qui sont travaillés en ce moment-là, de projet, comment le team qui est structuré dans ce département de Cyber and Resilience. Ce que je regarde sur le site, il y a plein des informations,
Ouais, ouais.
mais je trouve pas de comment ça fonctionne comme quelqu'un qui est junior, qui est beau contacter, travailler avec des seniors, après travailler avec partenaires.
Mm.
J'aimerais bien ça, savoir comment ça fonctionne. Comme ça, je me prépare au même pour la façon de parler avec un senior, c'est pas la même façon de parler avec un partenaire. La
Ouais.
deuxième chose, dans quel secteur ici? Parce que vous
Assurance.
travaillez plein de secteurs, assurance
Mhm.
et dans pharmaceutical, ou est-ce qu'il y a un spécifique secteur qui sont travaillés ou non, un peu
C'est, on est,
partout?
on est un peu, pour répondre d'abord à ta première question, en fait, comme je t'ai expliqué, en fait, le rôle qu'on est en train d'envisager pour toi, c'est plutôt un mix de cyber privacy and resilience et risk control and compliance. Mais par rapport à le département de cyber privacy and resilience, en tant que junior security consultant, c'est plutôt un rôle très technique. Donc, on cherche des personnes qui ont au moins fait des études en cybersécurité, mais vu que toi, tu tombes bien au milieu, ça va être plutôt la partie de resilience qui est importante dans ton rôle. Donc vraiment la partie de legislations, checker si tout est en ordre, vraiment beaucoup de risk management, hein. Donc, c'est pour ça que tu es lié au département de Risk Control and Compliance. Et c'est la partie en ligne que tu vois un peu le mien. Normalement, si tu es sur le site de PWC, tu vois plus par rapport à vraiment cyber security, mais la partie de resilience est très petite parce que c'est plutôt lié à tout par rapport à de risk management.
Oui, oui, je vois ça.
Euh, mais à part ça, pour répondre aussi à ta question par rapport à les industries, on travaille pour tous les industries, hein. Donc, c'est pour le ligne de service d'assurance, mais on travaille pour plusieurs industries, pharma, la nourriture, government institutions, surtout ça, juste private sector, des grosses compagnies, des petites compagnies. Donc, on a vraiment beaucoup de différentes industries dans nos projets. Donc là, ce côté-là, tu ne dois pas t'inquiéter. Il y a beaucoup de variety. C'est pas seulement financial services, par exemple.
Ah, ok.
Si tu fais plutôt GRCFS, le département de Abdel, ça, c'est vraiment lié à financial institutions.
Ah,
Mais Cyber Privacy and Resilience et RCC, c'est plutôt ouvert pour toutes les industries. Donc, faut pas t'inquiéter par rapport à ça. Et est-ce que tu travailles avec un partenaire ou un senior associate? Ça peut arriver parce que chaque directeur a aussi ses clients et le partenaire aussi. Et ça peut arriver que tu travailles sur un client d'un partenaire et que tu es en contact avec un partenaire. Ben, ça va être plutôt en tant que junior avec un senior associate et manager. Et puis avec le temps que tu montes en promotion ou en position, c'est là où tu vas vraiment travailler prochement avec le partenaire. Mais au début, en tant que junior, ça va surtout être avec un senior associate ou un manager.
ah, ok. Est-ce que je peux avoir des contacts avec des personnes qui travaillent senior dans ce département?
Tu peux, mais allez, tu es en processus, hein. Donc, la prochaine étape est l'entretien avec un business. Donc, il y a une possibilité que tu peux contacter, mais je peux aussi juste en discuter avec l'équipe pour savoir ce qu'ils en pensent. Et si pour eux, c'est bon, bah, tu as d'office un entretien avec quelqu'un du business. Donc, c'est comme tu préfères.
Ah, ok. Ok, ça va aller.
Ok, très
Ok.
bien. Ben Mohamed, moi de mon côté, j'ai enfin, tous les infos que j'avais besoin. Je vais en discuter avec l'équipe et au plus tard, fin cette semaine, tu vas avoir une réponse de ce qui vont être les prochaines étapes.
Ok, merci beaucoup. Ça fait plaisir. Juste petite dernière question, si ça te dérange pas, tu peux partager le post avec moi. Euh,
Le poste n'est pas encore en ligne.
ah,
Non, je sais que c'est difficile, hein, parce que voilà, t'es venu par quelqu'un, c'est pas que tu as postulé, t'es venu par quelqu'un d'autre. Donc c'est pour ça qu'on n'a pas encore mis la
ok,
position en ligne. Mais au moment qu'on va avoir plus de détails, je te l'envoie.
ok, ça va aller. Merci
Ça
beaucoup,
va?
hein, ça fait plaisir de te voir, en parler et discuter avec vous.
De rien, avec beaucoup de plaisir et on se tient alors au courant. Ça va?
Merci, bonne journée.
Merci Mohamed, bonne
Au
journée,
revoir.
à
Au
bientôt.
revoir.